Hi viewers, welcome to Mantan TV. Today we are with CA.K.HANMANDLOO sir. Be secure with FarePlay. Sir, what is this line because?
See, what is happening is here in the world, now in many parts of the world, the development activity is going on. The governments are encouraging for economic development. Economic development means wealth creation, employment generation, in the savings, investment. All these are economic development. But at what cost? Is it at the cost of the resources or at the cost of security? National security or economic development, which is important. So for every nation, national security is important than economic development. Because of economic reforms around the world from 90s onwards, many countries are developing very fast with technology available, resources available, talent available, everything is available. Many underdeveloped countries also, developing countries also become developed countries. They caught hold the market opportunity, and they could reach the consumers globally. Many parts of Eastern countries, India also, able to attract the global consumers and expand their market. But the same way, other countries also came into India, they explored the market. There are imported goods, vehicles, cell phones like that. And we are also exporting our technology or all these things to other countries. So is there any security gap is possible? Is there any possibility security gap? Whether any national security is compromised? This is the question. Security, national security, economic development. They should be both go together. It should not, national security be top priority, economic development is second priority.
Okay.
So this national security only top priority for entire commercial activities, but not only economic activity. This is we have to balance between the economic growth and national security. And national security should be a priority compared to economic security.
Okay.
Sometimes what happens is some economic decision, of course, if you buy from some imported good, it will be cheaper than that is manufactured in India. But Indian people will be losing employment opportunities. People will be losing investments. The investors lost money. The government will not get any revenue. It may be cheap, but here what is the loss? And one more thing, national security, whether it is compromising any security, means any cyber security or secrecy, this is the most important. So to maintain the balance means to maintain the security for the nation first, then economic development. So for this reason only, many countries are adopting the protection measures. Just like our Indian company has prohibited some foreign companies providing technology services.
Okay.
Because cyber security reasons.
Yes.
Because they are maintaining servers outside the country.
Outside the country, yes.
Means servers outside the country. The government said, no, we don't permit. It should be within India only because of security reasons. The
Is
same
there
way,
loss for India, sir?
and many countries are doing that because our security is most important. Even the suppose if it is a defense sector, every government will say, when you are importing, they say the same product should not sell to other countries, other competitors also. And they will enter into such an agreement that if you are selling to our product to our country, you should not sell to our competitive country, neighbor country or enemy country. That is a clause will be there in every agreement. So in the same way, economic importance is important, but national security is most important.
Yes.
So for this purpose, to curb this economic, suppose if anything happens, anything deviation or anything violation happens, the central government will take will ensure national security, will treat national security priority, and ask the organization which is taking commercial activity under commercial activities in India as economic coercion to stop your activities. Even if you are cheaper, if you have best quality, we don't allow you because it is going to affect our security or employment. our protection, our resources, our profits, our investments. So all these are things that will be taken care of by the government. Economic commercial actors will look after profit. Government will look after security.
Mm.
So this is economic tools. So the government will use economic tools of asking them to stop their activities, reduce their activities, or streamline their activities, or to inform, provide information to the government or to regulators. All these are possible with. And sometimes what happens is that the affected party may not be willing to accept the guidelines issued by the government. They say, no, we don't want to follow by your rules. We'll wind up. We'll leave the country. This may also happen like that. And sometimes what happens is our country may compromise if it is convinced that no, your service is most important for us, your product is important for us. Okay, you change like this, we are allowing like that. This may happen like that. And health quality, environment quality, all these are possible, and that is happening. Investment environment also it should be increased. Because of economic activity, investment activities will increase, and the global investments will come to India. But government will see how these investments come, who are the investors, what is their interest in investment, whether it is any it is going to affect the national security, or when it is going to protect the say national. All this will then only will permit. This is the duty of the government to permission investments, technology, talent outside the country, and from India to outside the country also. Outside country to India, India to outside country also. This is the commercial versus security. So sometimes if it is government feel that it is not secure, government will use economic tools, economic coercion to stop the activities, even if it is profitable, even if the government will get revenue, but it will not accept. And supply chains also will be disturbed. Don't allow exports or movement of goods, and like this will happen.
What are the risk factors, sir?
But with this happens is if any economic coercion is applied by the government due to security reasons or some what we call suspicion, government will, even with for suspicion, the government will take action. So if that is because of that suspicion or economic coercion or stopping of activities, investment destination. India is an investment destination, considered investment destination. The foreign investors will not be encouraged to invest in India. Of course, that will going to affect the investment destination reputation, but it is at the cost of, but it for the benefit of nation's future. So all these are better for economy, but may not be good for nation.
Yes, sir.
When it is not good for nation, government will control it, regulate it, monitor it, eliminate it. So at this time, the economic activity, the commercial cannot say that no, you cannot do like this. No, the government is security is priority for government. For commercial organizations, profit is priority, job creation is priority, economic development is priority, wealth creation is priority for economic activities. But nation, government security is important. So this and what happens is the image and the capabilities also sometimes we have seen earlier. And 5-6 years back, we used to import mobile phones from outside the country. Many we used to mobile. Now, what is happening is because of stringent restrictions based on imports. Now, India is able to manufacture in India and export. So, 40 years back, India used to import cars from outside the country. Maruti, example. Now, Maruti is exporting to Japan. Konda is also exporting to Japan,
Yes.
which came from Japan only. See, this is a change happened. So everything is possible, but the only thing is the transition period may be difficult for economic activities as well as the nation also. Yeah. All these are because the main issue comes is protection. Nation security protection is important, and for this purpose, there will be dissatisfaction with commercial organizations, investors, employees. There will be dissatisfaction. But we cannot do it because suppose recently we have seen some foreign company holding what we call airport maintenance. Now it is this agreement is discontinued with that company because it was helping with because it was related to the country which operate in India. Every company has, airport authority has, every airport has discontinued services with them, with that company. This is also one myth happening is the same way when we are applying restrictions, the other countries also will apply restrictions. Indians also will be having investments outside the country, in every part of the Europe, America, African, everywhere. They also will apply the same restrictions. Indian investors will be at loss. Indians will be at substantial loss of assets, and investments also will be lost. Of course, this everything risk will be there when you are going outside the country for investment or activities. Of course, everything has to be done through judicial process, fair process of law. Means it cannot be done as and when wanted, as and how wanted, but it should be through judicial process or some reasonable time giving time. And security is taken and conference taken into before taking action, take them to conference that we are going to discontinue our activity within some time. Give them time to wind up. That's the most important. And otherwise, it will give room of suspicion that the investment atmosphere will not be available, and the stable investments also will be affected because of economic coercion taken by the governments. And majority of the things, all these economic activities are due to, it will give long-term benefits, but security is most important. Be secure with fair play. That is the concept.